My name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be comparing the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette from last year and the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. Maybe upon first glance these don't look too similar. There's definitely a lot of blues and grays that this palette has and this one doesn't. And I'm definitely not saying they're exact dupes, but some of the colors I feel like in each palette kind of have similar vibes. So unfortunately you can't get this one anymore. I love this one. I'm so glad I have it. And if you feel like you missed out, maybe you can get a cheaper palette and get some similar colors. The formulas are definitely different. I don't exactly remember what kind of review I gave this one when I tried it out last year. I think I like it more now after some more trial than I did back then. I still prefer this one. I still like the formula better, but I have been enjoying this more, and I do think some colors are similar. So let's take a look. This whipped cream shade from Too Faced can definitely be duped. All you have to do is go over to this one, and it's basically the same. This one's just a tad peachier. The Too Faced one is a tad pinkier. On the eyes, I don't think you're gonna see a difference. There's no dupe for this peachy pink shade in the Too Faced palette, and that's a shame because this one is so pretty. But I feel like that shade is kind of in their other palettes. Closest we have here is this peach, and this is a warmer peach, more of like a golden bronze peach. Then we have this matte peachy pink from Too Faced. And we don't have an exact dupe. We have this peachy pink here, which is more on the pink side than the Too Faced one, and darker. Then we have this matte light orange from Too Faced. That one's really pretty. I mean, they're all really pretty. But I think the closest we'll find is maybe this one. This one's more yellowy though. That actually might be closer to this one down here. This one has a little more maybe green to it. And we have this color, which is like a deep reddish orange brown. And we don't quite have that one. I would say maybe this one here could be somewhere around there. No, not bright enough. This one here I think is gonna be too deep. Yeah, I'm probably closer to one of these. So let's take a look. Yeah, that's kind of close. And then we have this more like cranberry one. Yeah, I feel like that one is like a mix of those two almost. And we have this deep brown, which, I mean, that's not hard to dupe. I mean, who cares about the brown, really, right? There's a couple browns in this palette that are close enough, I feel, even to each other. Here are some. I know these greens, like this goldeny green, so pretty. I love that one, but we do have one kind of close. This one over here, it's like a golden green. Well, of course it is, so is the other one. So this one's more gold, that one's more green. This one is definitely more pigmented, but kind of in the same vibe. I mean, you do have this one in here, which, and that's way too green, but it is an option that the Too Faced one doesn't quite have. And then this like mossy green over here. The other palette does have one of those, a little lighter though. So of course there is that goldeny green that we looked at before, and there's this like mossy sage green. This one's definitely more cool toned. And there is a shade very similar in the Sweet Peach palette. Also, another option the Too Faced one doesn't have is this like really dark olive green. There is no dupe for this one, which is like the magenta berry kind of color. I'd say the closest we have is maybe this one, or maybe one of those other browns. And then if you look at these like mauves here, like kind of pinky mauve colors, I think the closest you're going to find is this and this. It's actually not too bad. There are some pretty purples in here, and this one we can just about dupe. These, not so much. So I'll do the lighter one and the darker one that I somehow dug into earlier. Let's see if I can fit everything. Like I said, we don't have those, but we do have this like deep bluish purple shimmer, so it's a different option. At least there's a purple shimmer. I don't think I can fit any more on my arms. So we have this one, this like super metallic pink. Maybe here. And then the closest we have is this like dusty rose pink. Not the same. And the Too Faced one is much more metallic. But lastly, I think we will find a pretty good dupe for that purple. Here. Beautiful bluish purple. You know I like those. And where is it? Here it is. This one is actually a little more, a little warmer. I did not think these swatches through. There we go. So like I said, not dupes, but definitely some similar tones. So I'm going to start with my dollar store brush, and I'm going to go into Whipped Cream from the Too Faced palette and put that over here. This one we know that it's basically the same. And then I'll go into this one over here from the NYX palette. I do have primer on both eyes, by the way. I definitely need a primer for the NYX one. I don't always need a primer for the Too Faced one. That looks just about the same. Then I'm going to use this one from the NYX palette as my transition shade. And then, I don't know which one is going to match better. Maybe I'll take a little bit of pumpkin spice and sweetie pie. See if I can match it a little more. Too Faced palette, as you know, is more pigmented, but this video is so that you can see what's kind of similar. Just gonna put a little more of this one on this side. Then I'm gonna take some of maybe ginger spice, not the ruddy orangey one, and tuck that a little deeper into my crease. I almost went to that eye too. I think I'm gonna try this one here and put that on this side. Okay, it's a little darker, not as red, so maybe I'll add some of this peach in. Better. Not exactly the same, but definitely similar. Just try to bring this up higher. That has nothing to do with the shadow, that's just me and not being symmetrical. Then I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it. That was my IBY crease brush, if I didn't say that. And I'm going to go into Cocoa Drizzle, which is the deep brown. And I'm going to put that, I don't know, maybe really deep into the outer half of my crease. And then going down into like the outer V area. I never do that with my brush. Why did I just do that? Yeah, I'm going to use my pinky for that. Oh, and of course, this one smells like pumpkin spice, the other one doesn't. And, you know, this one has the cute little design on the front. And then over here, I'm going to take, I think, the deep brown over here. And just do that same thing. I guess I gotta use the brush on this side too then. At least for a little bit. And then my pinky. I'm also kind of going on the outer third. And then I'm taking Fall Vibes, the pretty golden green, and I'm going to put that on the inner 2/3 of my lid. Blend it out into the outer corner, and then take the golden green over here and do the same thing on this side. You know, on the eyes, they're more similar than in the swatches. Yes, the Too Faced one is still more green, and this one is like thinner, like the sparkles are a little different, but that's pretty close. I think I nailed that. Alright, so I'm going to do a second look, and I'm going to set my eyeshadow primer with those same shades I used last time. I was very pleased with how those looks came out and how similar they were, and no one was able to tell the difference of people around me that I asked. I think this one's going to have more of a difference between the two, but again, the point is to get a similar vibe. Oh no, I used this one on darn it, darn it, darn it. Alright, I'll go over it. I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it and go into Love You a Latte, this like mauve color. And that's going to be my transition shade. And on the other side, I'm going to go in with this like taupey brown mauve shade as well. Oh my god, it's like, wow. It's closer than I thought it was going to be. Which one of these palettes came out first, by the way? Yeah, I don't know what I did. Somehow they're not even. That's my fault though. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit. Also, these are more blended in person than they appear in the camera, I promise. There isn't just like a line. I don't know why that happens. Then I'm taking my Ivy White crease brush. I'm going into Spice of Life. And that's going to be in my crease. And also on my outer third. Then on the other side, I'm going to go in with the Deep Plum. This one is more warm toned, so I expect these to look more different. Then again, on top of the mauve shade, maybe it won't be that different. this one is a little bit warmer, but I don't feel like you can really tell that much. Alright, this is my fault. I don't know what I did there. I'm just gonna clean my brush off and try to fix that. Nope, don't think there's any hope for that. I'm gonna take it on my pinky, and just like I did with the other side, I'm going to put it on the outer third of my lid. I made a little bit of a mess, so I'm taking my Beige Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it just to try and fix it. Now I feel like I gotta do the same thing to the other side. So, whatever, that's what I'm gonna do with the pumpkin spice side. Ugh, what happened here? Guess today is not a good eyeshadow day. You can't be a winner every day. Not with everything. You know what? You're a winner if you tried. Alright, then I'm going to take PSL and Chill. And I know these purples are going to be totally different, but that's okay. I'm going to put this in the middle of my lid. Blend it into the matte color. And then I'm going to take Oh My Gourd, which is the light pink metallic. Again, I know that one's going to be totally different. But I'm going to put that on the inner third of my lid. And blend it into the pink. That's pretty. Then I'm going to use those same colors with my Beige Cosmetics brush with, what is this, a 5 on it. I should know, I use it all the time. And you know what, maybe I'll use my finger. I'm going to put that, the purple, the shimmery purple, on the outer half of my lid. No, the outer half of my lower lash line. Someone help me today. And then I'm going to take Oh My Gourd and put that on the inner half of my lower lash line. Then on this side, I'm going to take this shimmery purple down here. Like I said, this one is totally different. I have to go out like this, by the way. Oh well. And I'm going to take this like pinky beige down here and put that on the inner third and blend it in. So this one is not as sparkly and shiny, and the colors are deeper. But, you know, I mean, me personally, of course, I like lighter and sparklier. But if you wanted something similar, you definitely have it. I think the purples, like the matte purple, is similar enough. I mean, for these kinds of purposes. And the mauve turned out to be like exactly the same. Oh yeah, people are really gonna think I'm out of my mind wearing the two different ones. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to do more like this or more looks with these two palettes. And right before I go, look at my shirt. It's so cool. I don't know if I've showed this before. I don't think so. The monster mask. It's one of my own designs. I think this video is going up like after Halloween, so you probably won't want to get this one maybe until next year, unless you're a Halloween lover and you want to wear it all year round. But if you'd like to help support me, I have a Redbubble shop and a Teespring shop, and I do have both of those links down below for you. And I sell avatar shirts through Hot Topic and BoxLunch. But this is not a merchandise video. This is makeup. So I'm gonna leave now. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time!